is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com, and today I'm going to review a gap down, a bearish gap down, which is my strategy, my play. I love these. From Friday, October 19th, it was MRVL, MRVL. MRVL had earnings out, and I rated the gap, and it rated well, and I decided to play it. I knew as soon as I saw it that I liked it. I saw it the night before on Thursday night, watched it in the morning, and I'm so proud of myself because I stuck with this thing and kept the conviction even the way that it rallied pre-market before the open, which it rallied a lot considering what the market was doing. So here's the chart. You can see how this thing has just been in a nice, beautiful decline for the last several months. And, you know, again, I have a 26-point rating system I use to find my gaps. That's the class that I teach. And when I rated this thing, it got 23 points. It was beautiful. It was a really nice gap. So let's go over it. Here's the 15-minute chart. I was looking at this in the morning, and this is the night before. Okay, this was 4 o'clock, fell into here, opened in the morning at 8 o'clock, and started rallying up like this. And I was like, ooh. But I stuck with it and kept my conviction. Why? Because I always go back to the rating system. Always refer to the rating system. The system that I figured out works. The point rating system works. Refer to the system. I kept my conviction. I stuck with my system. I stuck with my strategy. I stuck with my plan. I stayed on it. I didn't give up on it. Were there other bearish gaps to play on Friday? Yes. Were they as good as this one? No. Now, I know MRVL moves like a snail, okay? But that's just what it is. You have to play the best gap with the highest possibility for working. You don't pick something just because you think it's going to move the most. You pick something that's going to work clean, nice, easy, immediately be able to get in and make money, no suffering, and that's going to work nice and clean, and that's 100% conviction. That's what I like to play. That's what I like to find. So what happened? This thing rallied up. Okay, wasn't that concerned about it. I really wanted to hold $8. It didn't do it. This is slightly concerning here, this little bounce. But then it went up here to 807. I still was like, okay, fine. And I'm so happy and proud of myself that I stuck with it. It went to the next area. It didn't hold the first area I wanted to hold, but it held the second one, and I was fine with it. The reality was it did gap down far. It rallied in the morning. Fine. I stayed with it, and I'm proud of myself because it set up immediately, was up money as soon as I took it, and, you know, it just makes for a tops off a great week. But let's look at the play. This thing bled all day if you stayed in it. And here we have it. So here it is. As soon as it opened, it convinced me that it was going to hold and kept and held the weakness. It actually opened under 8. I didn't even notice that till now that I'm looking at it. Now that I'm looking at it, it opened under $8. I didn't even know that when I was watching it, and when I took it, I just knew that it had rallied over where I wanted it to. But look, it did open under $8. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It opened at $7.95, went up to $7.96, held. I was in it right here in this bar. Stop over the high of the day. Has to hold. I took it. I was happy I got filled. I actually wish it would have taken double my size, but as soon as I was in and had such a good price in it, I was filled at $7.88. I said, that's it. I'm not taking more because I don't want to kill my price. Because again, this thing is a snail. You have to remember that. So you have to play the moves on these things. Got the move, dropped down here, I was out. Boom. As soon as this held right here, I was out. This is a nice little move here. Nice little move here in the first 7 minutes. I want to book money. I booked it. Boom. I could have gotten back in here. I didn't. I waited. I was already up money, so I wanted to wait. It did drop down here again now to 771. I didn't do anything here in this. I took a little in here in the space because I thought it might turn right around and go. It was a little early for it, though. I initially had my stop over this space, but I was watching this. I took my stop out and held it through this rally. I decided I wanted to stay in it. I kept my conviction in the stock. I really have been good lately with sticking with stuff when I have the conviction. I tell you, it makes all the difference in the world. So I could have taken a small, dinky little loss here because I only had a little bit in the second play, but I let it rally up, cost average down, got in heavy then into this position here, into this rally, and then I cost averaged down to better my price because I took the most up here, only had a little here. I got heavy in it here, took it all the way down, and I actually got out of this thing into this drop. I really couldn't have gotten out of it at a better time because I would have suffered all day to get an extra 7 cents, and that would have been idiotic. As soon as I saw that this wasn't going to break 60 hard here, it did it by 2 pennies, but it didn't break it hard. I wanted to see 750. I wanted to see 745, 750. I wanted to see a break of 760. I saw it by 2 pennies, and it started to flip around. I took it. I got billed at 760. I could have suffered in this for 4 hours to try to get 7 more cents. With the size I had, it would have been a little bit, chunk of a day, but not that much that it would have made it worth it for me to stay in the trade for 4 more hours. Because you see where it went then? Till it finally broke 753. What time was it? 753 was the low of the day. 1 o'clock. And I was out at 11. So I would have had to stay in that thing for 2 hours to try to get 7 cents. It's just not worth it. When you're playing these things, you want to get a move, you want to get a good move, and you try to get the most of the move that you can. And that's what I did. It's Friday. I don't want to be trading Friday afternoon when I've had a good week, and I just had a great morning, and I just nailed it and nailed it again, and that's a great thing. See how this just retested this area here? That's all this did, and that's why I took it. I mean, this is perfect. This was perfect. The way that this thing traded, I didn't even see this until now as I'm looking at this. This was perfect. It opened under 8. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. I had written on the sheet. And then when I saw it rally up, I almost, no. I said, no, it's just going to another level. And I stuck with it, and I took it, and I didn't even notice till now that it stayed under 8. It did everything perfect. It just did everything. Did everything it was supposed to do. I wanted a little bit bigger of a target, but I'm not going to get piggish when I have a beautiful trade. You take it. When you trade MRVL in stocks like this that move, 50 cents in a day, you've got to take size in them to get a day in. That's okay, because you can get nice little tiny stops in these things, and you have to know how to play them. And they don't whip around either. They're just nice fluid moves with tons and tons of volume, and you can play these things that way. This is lower, okay? This is absolutely lower. You could take this core, swing or short right now, whatever you want to do. The stock is lower right here. It's a beautiful trade. I don't know what it's going to do on Monday, but I know that the trend on this is down, and it's just a nice short. I mean, even here when it gapped down this other day, look how it held. Never went over the high this 1085. I don't know if this is going to hold 796, but you know what? I have a feeling it's going to. I have a feeling it's not going to get over 8. I have a feeling even if it's a small green day on Monday or something, that it's going to hold this 8. But I have a feeling it's just lower. I think it's going to gap down on Monday and just go down then to $7, because I wanted to see a bigger move on this. This other bar over here, this day had a nice dollar, had more than a dollar move, $1.10. This is a huge bar for this chart. I wasn't really expecting that on Friday because I saw what the market was doing, and I saw this, and the market was helping this. But the bottom line is, it was a good gap. But I saw the market just coming in so hard. This should have gone to 7 on Friday with the market, and it didn't. And when I saw that wasn't happening for whatever reason, I just decided to take it at the 760, and then it didn't even get to my first target of 750. The thing is that, this thing had a big gap down. It's weak. It had selling first thing in the morning and then continued down. It's just needed time to rest. I just rested then in the afternoon, even when the market continued to fall, and that's all that happened here. It's still good. It's still really nice. It was great play on Friday, and it's still good as a short. So this is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com, and have a great weekend.